it's another double-header day. You guys obviously have watched the preview of Mumbai versus Sunrisers Hyderabad that Orgo has done, and now I will be doing the preview for Punjab versus Chennai. Well, Punjab and Chennai are both right at the bottom of the table, so today it's ideally bottom of the table clash. Punjab should have actually won 3 out of their 4 games but lost due to their death bowling. If you give 86 and 89 runs at the death, you cannot win too many games. Chennai, on the other hand, doesn't have much to boast about this season in IPL other than Faf du Plessis' form and his Spiderman catches. Well, the Australians of both the sides are also not having a good season. Let's discuss more about them in our segment, Discussions of the Day. Maxwell continues to be a disappointment in the IPL. He had started off the IPL really well. In the 2014 season, he had scored 552 runs. But ever since, he has done his reputation no good. Since 2015, Maxwell averages 18.5, which is the third lowest for a batsman with over 500 runs. Only Deepak Hooda and Sunil Narine average lower than him. This season, Maxwell was to be the pillar of the Punjab middle order along with Nicholas Pooran. But he has managed to score only 30 runs in 4 innings at a strike rate of just 81.1. The story repeats itself with Watson as well. CSK have stuck with Watson for the last 2 seasons, though he hasn't done much. But in the other seasons, his opening partners were doing so well that CSK didn't need to bother because the run rate was taking care of itself. But this year, none of the CSK batters other than Faf and Raidu in one innings has shown any sort of form. And hence, with Watson not scoring well, CSK's power play scores have been very low. Watson has batted at a strike rate of 58.1 in the first 10 balls of his innings, which is the lowest for any batsman who has scored 10 runs or more. Today, Watson will be against Sheldon Cottrell and Mohammad Shami. Sheldon Cottrell has picked up 4 wickets in the power play and Mohammad Shami has picked up 3. Well, they have been the most productive bowling pair so far in this IPL in power play. So, will Watson be able to break the shackles, or will he continue his poor form? Is it time for CSK to look beyond Watson? Well, from one opener to another. I am talking about Mayank Agarwal. How good has he been this year? But does he have a weakness which can be used by the Chennai bowlers? We will get to know that in our next segment, Strategy Corner. Well, Mayank Agarwal has been phenomenal this season. He has not let the pacers or spinners settle down. He has scored 81 runs of 62 balls of pacers with only 1 dismissal. And against spinners, his average is 57 and his strike rate is 183.9. So does this mean that he cannot be dismissed at all, or does he not have a weakness? Come on. Don't I keep telling you guys that every batsman has some weakness? The bowlers only need to look. So what is Mayank's weakness? Well, first of all, Mayank loves a bit of room to free his hands and play on the offside especially. So well, all the bowlers listening, stop giving him any sort of room, please. What's the other important factor? Well, I'll give you an interesting statistics. Mayank has faced 27 incoming deliveries and just scored 19 runs. In fact, the last match, if you guys remember, Mayank was bowled by Bumrah in an incoming delivery. Today, Sam Curran and Deepak Chahar should be planning and using the swing to bowl incoming deliveries to Mayank early on in his innings. That will be troubling Mayank and might get him cheaply. Which other bowlers should be there in Chennai? Should Tahir come in? Should Watson sit out? Well, we will get to know that in the Predicted 11 segment. Well, I have made a few changes to the Punjab 11. I am starting off with KL Rahul and Mayank Agarwal. But instead of Karun Nair, I am getting in Mandeep Singh, because Mandeep Singh was highly successful whenever he has come out to play for Punjab, and I am going to give him a try because Karun Nair hasn't shown much of promise this season. I am going to keep Glenn Maxwell for one more match, Nicholas Puran, Sarfaraz Khan, Krishnappa Gautam, and I am bringing in Chris Jordan in place of Jimmy Nisham, because Punjab need to strengthen their death bowling, and Chris Jordan could be the answer to that. He is also good with the he can also hit big, so there we get the batting as well. Hence, I will be going with Chris Jordan. Other than that, of course, Ravi Bishnoi, Mohammad Shami and Sheldon Cottrell. Now heading over to the CSK playing 11, I will keep it unchanged from the last match, because though Kedar Jadhav hasn't done much, but Stephen Fleming made it very clear that he doesn't understand what is all this fuss about Kedar Jadhav, which his attitude, Fleming's attitude tells me that they're not going to change the 11. They're going to look to just probably play better. And one thing I'll be looking forward to is whether MS Dhoni is coming at number 5 or not, because I think last match's match practice is going to help him to do better in this match. For me, the star player of the match will definitely be KL Rahul. Well, Punjab has played a better brand of cricket than Chennai so far in the IPL, so I will keep Punjab ahead of Chennai. And what will you guys do to keep us ahead of the rest of the sports channels? Well, simple. Like, share and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Like and follow us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram. And join us for the review of the matches. Till then, bye-bye.